I'm never ashamed to say that I'd rather be carrying less, especially because I have joint issues and I'm just generally a bit of a minimalist. I feel like if I can do more with less, for many different reasons, I feel more comfortable, I feel more in control. So, after coming back from Toronto, after covering TIFF, I wanted to have a little index of the things that I took, the things that I used and didn't use, and just being mindful of what those things are in pursuit of next time packing a little bit more mindfully and having a bit more control over the things I had and knowing the things that I could need and the things that I could just want. So, here's what that looks like. So this was my handbag. Of course, it had my liquids in so that I could take them out for easy access at security. This got a lot heavier on the way in and a lot lighter on the way out. I also had my water bottle connected to the strap. So this is everything that I took with me. It got very jumbled and messy after a certain point, and it also had to share space with my tripod and my umbrella, which you'll see later. But it all kind of worked out. And then this is everything, including the stuff that I bought there and brought back with me. The one thing that I wouldn't take with me is a spare Carrageenan spray, which is interesting because I really did think I'd need it. It was more of an emergency thing. The only other thing I would say that I wouldn't have taken is my P. Louise base. I thought I was going to do a lot more of a dramatic eye look at one point, and I did not. So I'd take that out too. And here is the backpack that I took. First things first, from now on, I will not be doing this anymore. I used to think this was a really good way of making sure that I minimized how much I took, but the strain it had on my back was untenable. I can't continue doing this. So this is really just a couple of days type trip backpack. It's no longer a long-term time backpack, and I'll be getting a proper rolling carry-on soon. Here's everything that I fit into this backpack, which I think was quite impressive. Most of it was needed. Some of the bulkier items weren't, and one of them I definitely need to trade. So this is everything that I took. What's missing from here is my laptop's charger, a couple of other chargers missing from here, and my clothes, which you'll see later. I will add that I am looking to get a much lighter, smaller version of my MacBook Pro, definitely with Apple Silicon inside because I need it for work. My plugins are going to soon be obsolete and my software is slowly failing me because everything is updating to Apple Silicon, but I will be looking into refurbished or second-hand options due to the current international climate around technology, not just because of Congo, but also because of the increased terror threat around new devices. And here is everything I ended up having from the festival. You'll see there's some added kind of gifts I brought back for people, and I found a travel pillow that was amazing quality, amazing technology, and an amazing price. And here's what I actually used, which you'll see is a lot less than what I took, which is always good. I would say the main differences are some of the things I picked up, the freebies I picked up, I didn't need. My steamer, I never really used. My dusting powder, which I usually use for my inner thighs, I didn't need because I had a lot of kind of really soft fabrics on. A big one was I took a lot of over-the-ear masks, which I just didn't feel comfortable wearing in the end because I was more concerned about making sure I had a good seal. So I ended up using my green LUPAs, my lupas, a lot more. I took out my Holylands from this video, but actually I did use those Holylands for an interview, so I should put those back. First aid kit, didn't really use, although it's good to still have. Foot inserts, didn't really use because they didn't fit my shoes. A lot of jewelry that I took that I used for a couple of days and then realized that I found them more of a hassle than a statement piece. The two things I wanted to bring up was that my hair cream was in a liquids bottle that I didn't show earlier. It was empty when I came back. I was able to empty it and bring it back empty so it wasn't part of my liquids. And I think I need a different air purifier because this one got caught at both ports of entry, both in Toronto and in London, as being something suspicious, and I just need a handheld one instead of this heavy big one. And finally, the clothes. So here are all the clothes I packed. And then here on the left, you'll see the clothes that I felt that I wore enough to justify having them with me. And on the right, you'll see the ones that I maybe need to phase out of my current routine, because they're not really clothes that I'm wearing on a regular basis. And I'm also leaning towards stuff that gives coverage in one layer, as opposed to my British thing of layering multiple layers. It just became unwieldy. Unwieldy. It just became untenable for me. At first, TIFF was very overwhelming, but once I got the hang of it, and honestly, when most of the people left, I really started to enjoy it more. But the industry side of it, I think, just requires a little bit of practice. You just have to kind of get into the groove of things. I do look forward to coming back with a team. I think it would be a lot easier to hit a lot more of the movies and have a lot more coverage of a lot more interesting stuff. And certainly I felt that we missed out with Obscure not having someone that could have managed the horror aspects of the festival, because there were so many good horror films at the festival this year. But more than anything, it functioned as a little bit of a holiday and a perspective shift for me, and a really glamorous one at that, to be fair. So Toronto, thank you for having me. I look forward to seeing you next year.